back with another video finally. Today I'm just going to be telling you the basic things you need to start a lash business. When I say basic, I mean at the very least, very least. Because a lot of people procrastinate when it's time to start a business. They want things to be perfect, but at the very least, if you have these things, just get started and then you can work towards that business that you really want, okay? So first and foremost, the first thing you need is to get some money. Get your coin. Like, it's not free. Honestly, I started my business with $1,000, and a lot of the things that I got, I wouldn't even say I necessarily needed. It was just things that I wanted because I'm bougie. So anyway, after you get your coin, you need to think about a business name and a logo. You need these things. I would say, as far as a business name, don't put the word lashes in your business name. Like, think outside the box. There are so many lash businesses out here, and if you really want to grow into like a huge business, your name needs to stand out. The name of my lash business is the Wink Cartel, so you gotta come hard. So think of something, put some thought into it, don't rush into it. Ask everybody you know their opinion on the names that you think of. Write them down, keep you a notebook. This is an important part of your business and it's free, so think of it. Anyway, next you need a logo. This is important. If you want to build a luxury lash business, like, I'm not saying like you're just selling lashes as a side hustle. Like, this is not the video for you. If you just want a little side hustle, want a little extra money, I'm talking about building a brand. You need to have a good logo. It doesn't have to be extra. Actually, it needs to be very simple. It needs to be very clean. Do not put no eyes. I know y'all have seen so many lash businesses and they got this same logo. Like, the logo isn't the same, but they got this image with these eyes and these eyebrows, and it's a million businesses with them little eyes and them eyebrows. Or like, just don't do that. Think outside the box. Don't make your logo some eyes. Don't make your logo some lashes. Like, put some thought into it. And when you're ready to make your logo, there are so many small businesses, graphic designers on Instagram, and I personally used an app called Fiverr. I will put what it looks like right here. And you can spend as little as $10. You can spend as much as $100 on there. It's basically just an app full of freelancers, and it's pretty self-explanatory and it's pretty cheap. So that's where I would go and where I do go if I ever need any type of logo, graphic, or anything. I also got my little Asia signature. I got that off of Fiverr. I got my Wink Cartel logo off of Fiverr. I got a lot of stuff off of Fiverr. So get you a good logo. Next, you need a vendor. Where are you gonna get your lashes from? That's a vendor. You need to find somebody who you can buy lashes from wholesale. If you don't know what wholesale is, it's basically when you buy a bulk of something at a cheaper price and then you can sell it for more. That's how businesses profit. So as far as finding a vendor, you can use Instagram to find a vendor. You can use Alibaba to find a vendor. You can use AliExpress. You can use Google. Like, there are so many places to find a vendor. And when you do find a vendor, sample the lashes. Sample them. Sample a lot of them. Wear them for a long time. Have your friends wear them for a long time. Really, you want to find some lashes that are really going to stand out. Like, it depends on what your lash business and brand is. But when I first started my lash brand, I really wanted to do minks, of course, like 100% mink, like really good quality hairs. I wanted it to be like dramatic lashes, super long. I found a vendor that had 28 millimeter lashes, 30 millimeter lashes. Over time, I've added shorter styles, but I'm just saying, it just depends on what you want as far as what vendor you should choose. And just make sure you're asking the right questions. When you're talking to a vendor, you're asking them about shipping, costs, and how long it takes. You're asking them everything. Ask them anything you could possibly need to know that's related to you getting what you ordered from them. Basically, you know, what does the payment process look like? Because everybody does. Like, vendors do it differently. Some people do it through like the app of Alibaba, or they may send you a PayPal link. I've done both. don't get God. You can get God. Don't get God. I haven't gotten God yet, but don't get God, because I've heard that vendors be trying to get people. I haven't got yet. I guess I asked the right questions. There are other videos on YouTube about all the real questions that you need to ask when choosing a vendor, and I was actually watching videos like that when it came to choosing my vendor, so maybe that's why I chose a good vendor. I asked all the right questions. So go figure out what all them right questions is, ask them questions, and then order you some samples. Try them samples out, and when you find the lash that changes your life, that's the brand, that's your brand, you should, you know, lock in that vendor. So next, you want packaging, cute packaging. Like, what are your lashes gonna come in? Like, my lashes come in a cute little box. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. But these are what my packaging looks like. It's cute. My vendor that I get my lashes from, they actually make my boxes for me. It does cost extra for packaging for those little boxes. That's what packaging is. And it does cost extra to get your logo put on your packaging, or anything, you know, customized on your packaging. Yeah, they charge extra for that. When I first started my business, I didn't have no logo on my box. It was just a pink, cute little box. That's what I mean when I say, you know, you don't need a whole bunch of money to start a lash business. Just get started and work your way up, because, you know, a little progress every day makes a difference, you know? Just get started. Amazon also has cute packaging sometimes. And of course Google. Like, you can order packaging almost anywhere. All those websites and apps that I said where you can find a vendor, you can use those to find packaging vendors too. But I would suggest whoever you're getting your packaging from, you should be getting your lashes from them too, because it just makes it easier. So you don't gotta be paying so many shipping fees, because shipping out of the country is really expensive. So next, you need a way to get your product to your customer. If you're an online business, you want to be figuring out a way to ship to them. So I personally use Shopify, and it's kind of all in there on how to, you know, ship. I actually made a video on how to package and ship my orders with Shopify. So if you want to see that, it'll be up there somewhere. But basically, what I did was I bought me a printer off Amazon, and I bought me some sticky labels, and basically I just print out my sticky labels and I put them on my packages, and that's how I do it. I also now offer local pickup and delivery, so if somebody just wants to come get some lashes real quick, they can order on my website, and when they put in their address, it'll say, would you like local pickup or delivery, and I'll drop their lashes off to them if they're close by, or they'll come by and pick them up. So, you know, it's nice to have options, you know, because somebody who lives near you probably isn't going to want to wait a few days for shipping, you know, and the people around you should be the first people that you're targeting. Like, you need to dominate your community, and then you move to other states, if that makes sense. Like, this is your home team. You should, everybody in Georgia, for example, because I'm from Georgia, I want them to know who the Wind Cartel is. And when everybody in Georgia knows who the Wind Cartel is, then I'm gonna move on to Florida, and so on and so on. So I'm just saying, you know, accommodate the people around you first. But definitely should have shipping, because other people want to shop too. So of course you're gonna need ink for that. People also buy shipping, like what's it called, little label printer, but it's like, it don't need ink. It's pretty cool, but it costs a little bit of money. And like I said, when I was just starting, I didn't have a whole bunch of money. I spent $1,000 on my lash business when I started, so I just got me a regular printer, some regular labels, and some regular ink. Ink is expensive. I never knew how expensive ink was until this. But anyway, next you're gonna need poly mailers, shipping bags, a way to get the product to them again, but you know, in actual physical form. This is what mine look like. Okay, next, so at this point you got a logo, you got a business name, you got a vendor where you're getting your lashes from, your packaging, you figured out how you're going to get your product to them, and now you need to make your social media. You need to make first and foremost Instagram. And if you're gonna make an Instagram, you might as well make a Facebook. There are so many social medias. There's TikTok, there's Twitter, there's Pinterest, there's so many social networks. Just pick you a few of them. I've realized that it's hard to manage so many of them, so I personally just do Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm trying to get into TikTok, but I think this year I'm gonna cut out Twitter because it doesn't do anything for my business, but that's my business. I personally didn't have a huge following on Twitter, and I wasn't really into Twitter that much, but if you're into Twitter, you know how Twitter moves, then you should probably make a Twitter for your business account. I may get back into Twitter later on down the line when I get me a marketing team that can handle that for me, but as of now, I'm probably gonna get rid of Twitter. So just, you need, a website. You need a website. So I use Shopify. It's the easiest way to make a website if you ask me. But you need to wait for them to order. Don't put in your bio, DM to order. That's not cute. Don't do that. You need a website. Shopify, they got like their cheapest plan, I think it's like $29.99 a month. So get you a website. And then once you get you a website, it's gonna say like if, let's say for example, the Wink Cartel. At first it said thewincartel.myshopify.com or some shit like that. So buy you a domain. That just basically means you get a .com instead of all that extra stuff. So now my website is thewincartel.com. Shop with me. But anyway, yeah, get you a website. And then now you want to, figure out your marketing. I'm not going to go too much into marketing, but basically this is how you're going to convince people to shop with you. Taking pictures, making business cards, giving them out when you're out and about, shout outs, promo pages, influencers and things like that. So that is the end of my list. These things that I just stated are what it takes to get started with a lash business. And once you got these things, you're ready to go. You're in business. I want to end the video with like a little business advice. I would say that running a business is hard. Growing a business is harder. But getting started is absolutely the very easiest part of the whole situation. So don't wait forever. Nothing is going to be perfect. You don't know how to do something until you fail at it. So I'm not saying you need to fail at your business to be good at it. I'm just saying you have to figure out what works and what don't. And if you never start, you can't figure that out. So just get started. Get started. Anyway, if you are subscribed to me, thank you. I love you. If you're not subscribed to me, what are you doing? Subscribe. And see me next time.